Was this intentional?
So what was supposed to be an adaptation turned into a bit of a parody for the purists. Why? Because the scenes had drag queens performing every character of the famous and religious Last Supper.
This has to be one of the most blatantly disrespectful things I have ever seen. Why is it okay to taunt, disrespect, and basically take a dump on a Christian's religion? Like, I don't see them doing this to any other religions. And I think the part that makes me the most mad about this entire situation is that they have the nerve to say, oh, well, we meant no disrespect about it. I mean, at that point, you're just gaslighting people. It takes no courage to pick on an easy target. And we all know out of all the religions that we see in America, it's the easiest to pick on Christians.
Apparently, the creator of this weird spectacle that they put on says that it was not a depiction of the Last Supper. This is what he says. He said it was not a depiction of the Last Supper, and I'm going to quote what he described the thing was supposed to be, representing or depicting. So he said, and the guy's name is Thomas Jolly. He said he's the artistic director for the Olympic opening ceremony that you saw. He said that Leonardo's masterpiece, which is the Last Supper, was not his inspiration, adding that the scene portrayed Dionysus at a big pagan festival linked to the gods of a... So, like most of you, I've never heard of Dionysus or any of this. So I had to look it up, and I looked at the pictures, and I'll say some of them did resemble this thing that they would put on at the Olympics. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'll be honest. I think that's big caparoni. Huge caparoni.
I don't know, man.
Because you know why I think it's huge caparoni?
What?
Because they did it as the opening ceremony for a reason.
Okay.
They did it to get more eyes. They did it to get more attention. And what else way to get more attention than to have something that would cause so much reaction?
They were trying to say that their purpose behind it, and maybe I'm mangling this, is to foster unity by saying, okay, this is celebration. We can all like work together. There shouldn't be hate and violence and da 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 da. So from what I saw, there was a lot of randomness going on. So it wasn't as if they were all poised, sat at the table, drinking wine and eating or anything. It was like a catwalk, a woman on a DJ playing a DJ or spinning on the whatever on the ones and twos. Then you had like, it was just a bunch of random stuff. And the dude that was in all blue in the middle, I think did he have grapes on him? Do you remember that?
I can't remember exactly. I mean, I'll place it on the screen though.
Okay. If he did have grapes on him, that's even a more of an indicator that this guy was being honest when he said it's depicting Dionysus or whatever. Again, I had to look all this up today, so I'm no historian here, but apparently there's Bacchus and there's Dionysus. They're like Greek gods or something. And they're like gods of festivity and wine and whatever. So they're normally depicted with grapevines on their body or their head or something like that. And I know he has something around his body and his head. So if they were grapes, that's even more, lends more credence to what this guy's saying.
Yeah, but my thing is, why would you do... Okay, so the Last Supper is something that's iconic. That people know as soon as they see it.
Yeah, I mean...
It's something that's been throughout history. Why would you take something that could be possibly misconstrued?
That's... Okay, there you go. That's different. And I think that too. I agree.
Because it's like... If most people see... Like, it's like what they say. Like, right, art is subjective, right? There's two people can look at it and see something completely different. But if most people will see one thing out of that picture... and you're not seeing a whole bunch of people see different things out of that picture, I mean, I think that's the problem.
I agree with you on that. I think it was a bad idea to do it because it was too close to the Last Supper.
Yeah.
But also, how many people know about Dionysus? I didn't until this happened.
That's what I'm saying, though.
So what I'm saying is the artist, the creator was like, oh, I love this because he's French.
Yeah.
And this apparently is a popular, I don't know if it's popular, but it's a well-known artistic piece in France. And so he's like, oh, this is inspiring. I'll use this to inspire my thing. Not realizing that everyone else probably doesn't know what that is. So their mind's already going to think Last Supper because they don't have any.
You know, I guess I could see that.
Yeah.
It's just that my thing is this. They're so precautious when it comes to other religions that, like, it wouldn't even be a thought. If there was any reality where people could misconstrue it to the Muslim religion, to another religion I won't mention, to the Buddhist religion, they wouldn't even think about doing it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a thing. But because it's a Christian religion, they're like, oh, yeah, whatever. That's my issue with it, because it's just...
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And then you're opening with it, and then when the lady was apologizing about it. She was very insincere.
Okay, I didn't see.
So that,
okay.
I mean, I'll interject the clip, but she was super insincere about it.
People have taken any offense. We are, of course, really, really sorry.
So that to me made it even worse.
Mm.
But ultimately, yeah, I mean, I just think this was very tasteless. I think it was very tasteless. I don't know. I just think it's very corny. I think what they did was terrible, and it's one of those things. Where, no, listen, it's one of those things where I feel like when you don't respect the viewer, it might not show today, it might not show tomorrow, but ultimately, I think the company will end up paying the price for it. And yeah, I mean, that's what I think. Because when you look at Disney, you know, Disney would mock fans and say, oh, whatever, and have all this stuff. And then Disney's doing bad right now. Like, do they have their couple hits every now and then? Like, okay, Wolverine, Deadpool, yes, it's successful. But overall, this last year, they've been doing pretty bad. Because guess what? They've not respect their viewers. Their viewers saying, hey, we like this kind of content. We don't like it when you do this. Disney, whatever. Oh, you feel bad about? Okay, whatever, my bad. And they're doing bad now. So ultimately, it's just about respecting your viewer and respecting your consumer. If it's something that your consumer or, you know, someone that supports you could possibly take bad, why do it? Like, it to me, it's like, why do it's like, I don't understand why people do things that they know will probably make someone mad and then get surprised when they get mad. I don't know. That's just how I think. But I think it is the worst decision.
Yeah, I get your take on that. I mean, this is a little different. This was a little tricky because, like, no, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I would say that if there's any way that it could be misconstrued, which obviously it was,
Yeah.
wasn't their best decision.
All right, guys. So let us know if you think it's a good decision. If you think the Olympics was right with their opening ceremony, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think they're bad, you think this was a bad decision, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, guys. Don't watch the Olympics.